Hi everyone, it's Gillian. For today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to crochet this interlocking loop stitch pattern. This is the front of the pattern and this is the back. This is a 2-row repeat pattern and it's a lot easier than you think it is. So let's get started. To begin this stitch pattern, I have 28 chains. To begin row 1, you're going to start by making a double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. 2, 3, 4. You're going to make a double crochet into the next stitch, and you're going to make a double crochet into the next stitch. You're going to make a double crochet into every stitch until you get to the end of the row, and I'll meet you there. To begin row 2, you're going to chain 3, and that chain 3 counts as a stitch. You're going to make a double crochet into the next 3 stitches. You're going to chain 1, you're going to skip 1 stitch and make 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch and make a double crochet into the next 8 stitches. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to chain 1, skip 1 and make a 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. Chain 1, skip 1 and make 1 double crochet into the next 4 stitches. And you're going to make your last double crochet into the skip chain. And that is the end of row 2. You're going to start row 3 by adding a new color. You're going to chain 3. And that chain 3 counts as a stitch. You're going to make a double crochet into the next 3 stitches. You're now going to chain 24. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. You're now going to make a slip stitch into each stitch, and that will give you a total of 23 slip stitch. For this next part, you're going to remove your hook from the stitch, and you're going to be inserting this row of slip stitches into the first row. You're going to be inserting it behind these 2 stitches. As you can see, it lines up with the chain 1 space. But if you want to count, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to insert your hook behind the 5th and 4th stitch in this direction. And you're going to put that row of slip stitches onto your hook. and you're going to pull it through or behind those stitches. Make sure that your stitches are right side up. You're going to put that stitch back onto your hook, and you're going to attach with a slip stitch. You're now going to make a double crochet into the next 3 stitches. And every time you get to a chain 1 space, you're going to chain 24. So we had another chain 1 space, we're going to chain 24. (21, 22, 23, 24). And we're now going to make a slip stitch into each chain for a total of 23 slip stitch. I'll meet you at the end of the chain. You're now going to remove your hook like you did previously. You're going to take the slip stitches and you're going to insert it into the first circle that you made. And you're also going to insert it into the first row. As you can see, these stitches line up right here, so you're going to be going behind these 2 stitches, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to go behind the 4th and the 3rd stitch in this direction. You're going to put those slip stitches onto your hook. You're going to pull it behind those stitches. And you're going to attach with a slip stitch. You're now going to make a double crochet into the next 8 stitches. And here we are at another chain 1 space. You chain 24 and slip stitch into each stitch. Removing your hook, you're going to insert your row of slip stitches behind these 2 stitches right here. So to count, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you're going to go behind the 9th and 8th stitch. You're going to put that row of slip stitches onto your hook. Pull it behind those 2 stitches, and you're going to attach with a slip stitch. And you're going to make a double crochet into the next 3 stitches. And this is our last chain 1 space. And chain 24 and make slip stitch into every stitch. You're now going to take that, remove your hook and take that row of slip stitches, and you're going to insert it into the loop that you just made, into the circle that you just made, and into the stitches into the first row. So you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to go behind the 5th and 4th stitch. You're going to attach it with a slip stitch. And you're going to make a double crochet into the last 4 stitches. And your last double crochet is going to go into the chain 3. And that is the end of row 3. To begin row 4 with the same color, you're going to chain 3. And row 4, you're going to repeat row 2. You're going to make a double crochet into the next 3 stitches. Chain 1, a double crochet into the next 3 stitches. Chain 1, a double crochet into the next 8 stitches, and I'll meet you at the end to begin row 5. To begin row 5, we're going to start by adding the main color back. We're going to chain 3. We're going to turn our work, and we're going to make a double crochet into the next 3 stitches. By now we know that every time we get to a chain 1 space, we have to chain 24 and slip stitch into every stitch. So in row 5, I'm going to be showing you where to put the row of slip stitches. So go ahead and chain 24 and make a row of slip stitches, and I'll meet you back here. You're going to insert the row of slip stitches into the first loop like this. And you're going to be attaching it with a slip stitch. And you're going to make a double crochet into the next 3 stitches. And here we are at another chain 1 space. This second row of slip stitches goes into the first loop that you just made and into the second loop from row 3 like this, and you now attach it with a slip stitch. You know, I'm going to continue making a double crochet into the next 8 stitches. You're going to insert this row of slip stitches into the first loop like this from row 3, and you're going to attach with a slip stitch. Double crochet into the next 3 stitches. And you have your last chain 1 space. You're going to insert this loop into the loop that you just made and into the second loop from row 3. You're just mimicking what you did in the beginning over here. And you're now going to attach it with a slip stitch. You're going to finish your row by making a double crochet into the last 4 stitches. And your last double crochet, go into the chain 3. And that is the end of row 5. To continue with this pattern, you're going to repeat rows 4 and 5 for as many rows as you need. Thank you for visiting my channel. Please like and subscribe for more video tutorials.